Hey, Fambulem. The world all left now we an. Let we make we sweet salon. Nobody no get for cam for make salon for we. Now we self get for make salon. So my brothers and sisters, we don't come again with another episode of Salone Politics and Economics. Yes, we focus heavily on Salone. I be tempted for talk about ECOWAS, which happened a few days ago, na Benin. But because we get boku things then for talk about, where it come to how Salone go before, we make the conscious decision for stick to then topics here. So for the first time, if you did join we, now this platform, we are going to say we humble or noble platform, I want to say welcome. For the people that we don't they join we are going to say our family members now, I want to say again welcome and wanna thank you we wanna deal with VOS throughout. The Englishman can say through thick and thin. I mean, thick and thin. We thin good, una deal with we. We thin and also good, una still deal with we. Because for some of una way the reference, say we VOS be start in 2017 before the election, and during the election coverage and stuff, we get boku programs them. And I will say yes in terms of the content, viewership, and everything, VOS be the number one. But because we pull back, and specifically, we where they produce the programs, we did jobs, then cause follow we team back the programs them, and also some people take leave, and because apparently the things be done so heated up that they're not be able for contain the pressure. So, but I want for really, as we come to close to the year, I want for use this opportunity on behalf of VOS for appeal and say boku thank you to all the people that we don't join VOS before, and I know soon I still be VOS family members. And I want to make this very clear because the last time I be now on social media platform where somebody forward to me say we be Deb somebody. No, I'll make a very clear VOS Nakumbra. We know one day Deb any presenter, all the presenters that we don't come and are not deal with we now out of them free will then decide for just take a break from VOS. So we not ever, and I repeat, we not ever have anybody in our VOS, and we truly still appreciate them people and they over the contribution we they render na VOS and the country, because we always have the country as this na volunteer. We need to pay anybody, even me. We I will say na the Agbagba, one of the Agbagbas them of VOS. VOS need to pay me. And to some extent, some of we, they pull out of we own family budget for just take care of the activities, financial activities of VOS. So I just want to make that very clear. So, mi fambulem, again, if now you first time this, welcome. My name is Abdul Karim Kagbo, and I'm based in Canada. And just for perspective's sake, I can always tell people usai my strength day in terms of the profession. Being an economist, practicing economist in Canada, and I want for they always take this opportunity for appeal to my brothers and sisters them, where some of una the job they wanna get, so appealing to una they look for a better job. But dear, I beg, I want to use this opportunity for believe say, even the job where you get to the help for put food at your family table. So as a result of that, my brothers and sisters, dear, wanna not feel bad. Una can still they proudly enjoy this job, but una they look outside for a better opportunity. That's not the normal approach for take. But again, let this be the starting point, the current job where you get, and then you look for something better. So that's not something we for proud of, no shame as to what you they do. Yes, like how they can say, we yams white now for Kobaya. So for people and we get, I will say, decent job out there, when I use the opportunity there for inspire people them. And so I'm thinking we all get story. Like me, for example, where I sit on a year, where I just come to Canada, I do a job where I know one day do na salon. I work na farm. And I believe saying the first thing is I share the story. I work na farm for get a they call them tulip, like big petite, because we not get in a salon, but like big petite. So I become inside the fall. So for me top winter. So my first winter in my life where I come Canada. I work na farm where I dey gather something na the ground. So we all get the humble, as I will say, humble beginning and then beginning the way you go say, some people then go say, oh, no, I'm talk about that, not, it's shameful and stuff. And after that, like for some people and way they feel say for work, fast food or minimum wage, a disgraceful, a shameful now. I work now Wendy's. I be the flip burger. I be kind of, in fact, they be so, highly the supervisor there and the manager they be so like me because I be so fast. Just imagine, now work one day do na salon. As a matter of fact, not to brag, but salon will be get like people cousin and all that when they take care of me. We things them like me regular things them cook book and all that in this. So I don't really do much of that at all. But guess what? When I come aboard, I do them thing and they one they do na salon. But here today, I want to use them as inspiration. Saying what they say, oh, me an economist. No, I not start as economist. I not start as government worker. I start from that side where probably Boko for not even start. Because imagine your first winter, you dey pick something a grown. Even where you wear glove. But for the fact, say, una know, una dey able Canada, how Canada cold. So again, the first thing is for I tell the story, but I just want to inspire you out there where you struggle, able to get a proper footing now your profession because not we are lucky. Some people they even don't go school, but the job where they get tally, align with waiting and go do na school, but because they still get for pay bills. Then go take anything we come their way as long as not something legal. So not discourage. If you go school, get job within you field, not discourage and just keep trying. And like me, as I tell you, I do several, I will say minimum wage. I know we'll call it odd job, as some people then go on for describe. No, minimum wage jobs, but then jobs, I even work in a call center, like for the take calls them and all that. But guess what, me fumble them? That call center job where I do even help me for polish me English because when I be just come, I think a few months when I come Canada, I get that job there. And some people they really get issue with my accent and all that. As some of una way, I don't know if the people in Europe they experience that. But for we within North America, Canada, US, and by extension Mexico, we all go agree say then people are either deliberately or otherwise thinking as they kind of sense like foreign accent, particularly we from Africa now, where then we say we get a very strong accent and all that in a day. So we think it happened. Some of we be they face challenges, and on top of that, maybe they take calls them for answer to people and plenty of them calls there. Now calls the way people like vex. And imagine, with my accent and some of the way they talk so fast, and nobody fully understand them. I go through all the challenges then but they like today, I go say, I tell God thank you. So again, not to all time I can lack for the express or they share me personal stories. But I'm thinking the way you share their story, you get somebody, one or two people where they go through similar thing, we go be inspired by it. So it's very essential for the way they share with stories them. When I not just look into the quote and unquote, just when I feel so successful, or we get a job with the federal government as economist, so now big job. No. I not start there. I not start there at all. I kind of go school and then find a job, and this not to the first job, like several jobs them they are able to get to this position. So dear, I beg me brothers and sisters, whatever you do, the only thing is get the mindset, say, not to me last checkpoint this work what they do, let it be temporary, then they will inspire you. And then you do things that were necessary for let you go to that so-called dream job. I want to say again, boku thank you, and the appeal to una for letting us share. I go also, the last time I be promised that, but because of time and the topics there be so plenty, I not be able to do that. But I go try for give an update as to the people that we don't contribute to with VOS Diaspora Helping Hand Scholarship Program. So again, I don't want to spend too much time. Let we just remind you now of the different platforms them we broadcast live from. So whichever one you're comfortable with, we will definitely suggest for let you tune in to that particular platform they let you watch we. So for the people that have Facebook, they are not discouraged if you notice I just fearful now they watch now Facebook. Other people and they watch with you. It just happens in a different platform. So this now the different platform there where we get the family. They broadcast live na YouTube, VOS Television, and we broadcast live na Facebook, we na VOS Television, we broadcast na X, we na former Twitter, VOS Television, and we also get a website where if you go to that, visit that website, then you go for get we live. We na www.vostelevision.com, and also if you the drive or whatnot, but again, just for let people understand, they also transmit now we VOS radio website, we have vosradio.com, so www.vosradio.com. And for people way I know say now majority including myself, we always like for do things them now with mobile device, particularly with phones. Yes, no worry, you can still able for watch me live on your phone or any mobile device where you use. And all you need for do is go if you don't do that already. So if you don't do that already, I want to say boku thank you for where you don't do that. But if you don't do that yet, my brothers and sisters, I go encourage you now for let una go now the Google Play Store, where if you na Android device you use, so the Google Play Store, just type VOS Television, you will see a link pop up, and then you just go to that link, they click on that link, it will take you to the download page. The same thing for Apple users them, like people that way they use Apple devices, mobile devices. So just go now the Apple App Store and then type VOS Television. You will see the link and click on it. You will get to we live and direct. And we also, this now for people that we like gaming, but we did broadcast on Twitch TV. So then they set another platform where they broadcast. We can see few people where they watch we on Twitch TV. So we just try for any site, any platform we prefer, we want for each day. And by popular demand, people and they say, let we try for incorporate, we broadcast on TikTok, but we get some technical issues on that, where they try very hard. Maybe by 2026, next year, we go able for incorporate the TikTok live broadcast. Fambulem, as I can always say, they ask people them, like corporations them, na Salone or any side where you they ask them, so, okay, what do they do for the community and stuff? So for we now, within and called corporate responsibility, VOS decide for put together a non-profit organization where we call VOS Diaspora Helping Hands. So we don't start force, we launch the term President Bio become it's not power. So during the time where they try for do the election and all that, we say, okay, well, if we turn to dirty, so we gather money for buy dump truck as a starting point. With that dump truck, they go be for free. They go neighborhood to neighborhood for go gather dirty them. We go pay the people that they do that. We go they operate the truck. But we go get a dirty them and carry and go na bomber or the appropriate place for go throw away them. So that's not be the intention. And I've been noble cause. But we President Bio come and they introduce the cleaning whatever they do on the NPRC. So and also where but truck there where they come and all that, and they so say, okay, well, you know what? The government don't pick up on that. So we don't raise some money at that time. And one of the presenters them, Mr. Lansana Sako, somebody reach out to him and say one school day where they begin and they strain. Then we come na VOS, we explain the situation and say, okay, well, the money we don't gather, so why we not use them for the school? So we all agree, and we come na VOS and ask for an approval, and we agree, and we do that. So we contribute all the money to building, helping for build our school day. So we do that. And I believe say that school day na the southern province, or maybe it will be either Bo or Kenema village na one of them districts then they. So we do that, and people really appreciate that na the village where we able for help for build school for picking them. So this diaspora helping us not to something new, but we decide say okay, we revamp them. The other inspiration lately we decide, so, okay, we give it another try, but this time around, now for help picking them, then they really struggle for meet that financial obligation. Them brilliant and everything, but for whatever reason, then people are not able to provide for them. And we need for step up and help them picking in day. And currently in that we they do. If we look at this within the screen, when I go notice say this we picking a sort of it be really before the VOS scholarship program when I see anybody not be that fine and really brilliant. Of course, during that time where he sit Beke. Now then two, one young lady, young girl, we then get the highest in the entire country. So now we realize they come up from a very humble background. And we decide for take up that and say, okay, well, going forward, with the help picking them, they go through their similar situations, and they. So that's make we able for do that. And I want to say boku thank you to all the people and with time I will show now the people that we don't contribute to this particular program. So before I set the stage for what we'll talk about tonight, me Fambulem, I just want to remind we all of this VOS Diaspora Helping Hand. So let we get take a quick break, and I will come back for set the stage for the program and also acknowledge the people that don't join we already. As I say, boku people that don't join we already. So I will come right back after the short break. Una no go no sayo, una share, and let we all come and talk about this.
In the heart of Sierra Leone, where dreams often struggle to find wings, one young man dared to hope. This is John Sitta. Born into a humble family where even putting food on the table was a daily challenge, education seemed like a distant dream.
Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of Salone Radio.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, so what's your name?
My name is Ibrahim, sir. Ibrahim Pedal.
Ibrahim Pedal Woti. Kamara. You understand say born if you come first in the whole country?
Yes, I'm a pikin. Actually, they talk to you now, so we born the pikin now. Attire the cell. Now empty attire the cell. I no gets. And launch na 10,000 a year every day. At times we meet up at the biggest one and when we eat, they can get 10,000. Not all the time. It is strain. At the constraint, at the up to 14 years work no day.
John had a fire in his heart and brilliance in his mind, but brilliance without opportunity often fades into silence. His parents believed in him, but with an annual family income of less than $1,000, they couldn't afford to keep John in school. Then came the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands Scholarship Program, a beacon of hope for underprivileged, talented students like John.
Take the first position during my WAS examination.
And what are the mechanisms have you put in place for you to become first again for WAS?
You should be studying very hard and hardworking in class.
So what do you want to tell others that unfortunately to come first in the Becker process?
Okay, my advice to my colleague students is that success do not come overnight. They have to study and get prepared for any task overhead.
All right, thank you very much. This is VOS, Voice of Salone Radio.
Today, John is not just a student. He's a leader, a mentor, and a beacon of hope for his community. With your support, VOS Diaspora Helping Hands empowers students like John from humble beginnings to reach for the stars. Together we can transform more lives. Together we can change the story. Join us today. Sponsor a dream. Shape the future. Scan the QR code to donate or visit our website at www.vosdiaspora.org.
All right, Fambulema for saying boku tenki. Me again for we una patient with we. So let me go straight to this topic. By the way, though, I'll just quickly wrap up on that diaspora helping hand discussion. Last year, we be help this we brother or Pekin, John Sita, within Daddy, we be help them with, and for based on una also approve on that, we be help them with Christmas money. So we dey plan for do that. But within I intend for do is because the money where we get, we want for take more students them for next year or so. For the 2026. So we not go give because the last time we all be agreed so that we give them in Papa 2 million. But this year we probably go send 1 million. I know say things then triangle. But me fambulem dia una put in the comment section if we for reduce unto 1 year, 1 million we na 1,000 millions, or una feel so for still give them the 2 million. For the Christmas holiday. So fumble them. The topics them again, I want to say plenty thank you to the donors them. And for una we don't donate and we intend for donate. They are a big una continue for do that. I know say things they're really tight. We get plenty other responsibilities them for take care of. But again, as I believe and religiously, they say somebody not go pull because he give. In fact, the more you give, the more blessing you get. So if you want to donate, you either do from the mobile link, or you just scan the QR code. Like now, depending upon, I think for now it will be on our left hand side. So the code they just on the side or the bottom left from on our own side. We just put your phone across there and put your camera on, and then you go by the code there, that QR code there, and then just scan them. You go pop up the link for like donate there with the appeal to now donate to this cause. And I will definitely reserve time for give recognition to the people and we don't donate for this very important cause. So I want for we all recognize them very important people there. And I want to say plenty thank you specifically to we brother, in one of the only person, even though other people are done give multiple times, but in the one person where it decide for let the system automatically take out in payment every month. So then they give we some amount of hope, saying at least every month we go able forget that they cover that money where we brother don't decide for donate. So I'm for say boku thank you. And where I come to the link, or where I show now the people that we don't donate, through with PayPal as now the only way that we did do, for like we get people and for donate through the PayPal online, but we get two people that we don't donate directly to the account free tongue. So if you prefer for send Leons, that's we also go accept. And there, when I reach out, we go send for the information as to how you can able for deposit Leons na with VOS account na Salone. So me fumble them. The topic we will deal with fully loaded. We say SLPP Flagbearer battle. Again, some people go kind of quote me and remind me and say, but wait to Mr. Abdul Karim or Mr. Kagbo, you don't say, they talk too much about the internal fight between or within APC and SLPP. So what's in this headline they talk about? Because the flag bearer battle, then they for considered internal. So, but why you they talk about I go tell una, I go give una, I do something similar to APC. So now that similar angle there, I want for take where I they talk about this. And what I mean, when I look at this headline, the headline say SLPP outlines strict constitutional requirements for presidential flag bearer aspirants. So the underlining word there, I want to underline presidential. So when you don't become president, whether you are from APC party or from SLPP party, automatically you don't become Salone business. Because as president, you don't be president for SLPP no more. Or you don't be president for APC no more. You be president of Salone. We either go outside of Salone. Don't they ever address you as president of SLPP. They can always address you as president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So because of then talk about the strictness of the requirement for let you be flag bearer. Because as I tell you now before, yes, some people in a smaller party, they're not going to like me for that. But the fact of the matter is, APC and SLPP, anybody will be flag bearer for any of them two parties, then they get, I go say, about 50% chance for become the next president of that country there. So this is how big it be. So like half, let's say 50% chance for like either APC or SLPP be the next, or the next president come up from one of them two parties then they. And I shall say Bokofuna go agree. And this not to disrespect to the smaller parties them, but we know say for like any other size, safe, not to just Salone, we two major parties that don't take now a particular country, like people that know waiting at them parties, then they well, even though me not feel say both SLPP and APC then get ideology, but generally people like know waiting and stand for. So people like understand them. So for like a third party come and shake up that third party the post where they lead them, it get for be somebody where I will say equally so people that don't know them. Because when it comes to politics, it's all about the popularity, the numbers. It not mostly be about the policy, which is sad, by the way. But that's not the reality. Not to Salone no more. Almost everywhere when it comes to politics, the policy they get little for do with the candidate in election. So most times, the policy, in fact, it can be a disadvantage to you if the policy not good. But if the policy good, and then you belong to one of the, I would say, old parties here, then you will get the edge. But for say policy no more, third party candidate come with sober policy, where maybe for the educated people, a great policy where probably go fix a lot of, if not a lot of the issues in that country dey. But you still say that person didn't even get better numbers them at all. Not because of people they're always comfortable with waiting they sabi, the familiar. And that make we as a Sierra Leonean, or as a people of Sierra Leone, we all for come together. When I remember, I can always say, dear my brothers and sisters, we will not come for watch me program. I want let we get the Salone lens. And I want let we get the party lens, APC, SLPP lens. No, you will miss the point what they make now. So now that lens there, I want for let we use. We talk about this, and it will be the main topic for tonight, because it gets plenty implication if we not handle them well. So in the meantime, me fambulem, we go talk about when I see Fatima Bio drama, not so specifically against Fatima Bio, because I know say something in the headline, but people go think differently. But back to the aspirant, the presidential candidate, and all that. The reason we make her decide for put this, now based on this headline. How SLPP headquarters was reportedly locked to stop First Lady Fatima Bio from gaining access. So I know say politics can be ugly, but my brothers and sisters, Madam Fatima Bio, na Sierra Leonean, and by the Constitution, it qualify for run for president. So now that make I want for look at the criteria them whether they set. And I go talk a little bit more on that, but I just set the stage. And another topic where I want to talk about, but let I give a rundown of the topics them, and then I will give also the headline we prompt me for talk about them topics here. So yes, as soon as see the first one about the constitutional requirement where SLPP, then they talk about saying for let you be flag bearer, you forget, you for go through particular scrutiny, or you forget certain requirement, not only the requirement where the Constitution put to get where the Constitution ask for or require. No, this not something. And then in addition to that, you get for fulfill the constitutional requirement, the requirement where the Constitution show. So we go talk about that. And the other thing though, again, I just don't make it clear to now about the First Lady. But one other troubling thing, saying Sierra Leone omitted from RMB's 2025-2026 Investment Attractiveness Index. So again, I know say plenty term, but cool people and way I talk about politics, finance and stuff. I can lose una. So, but what I can try for do, I can try for break down in a way that we will try for answer this question. What does this mean for investor confidence and the wider economy? So I believe say that question day plus the answer to that question day if for interest every loving Sierra Leonean, because it's very important waiting in mean for letting snub we part this investment attractiveness index. A very important index, and I will read up on them and show you exactly why Salone for concern. And this, as una the President Bio, they go around and say they go for attract foreign investors and stuff like that, and for like you don't travel and still we kind of shamefully get this kind of headline, say, they pull Salone from that index day. That for speak volume, my brothers and sisters. So we go tend for ask the question now, what do it mean? So does it mean, say, President Bio they do a good job where they go out for sell Salone for like people are aware, according to them, for investors them for aware, say Salone attractive place for can invest and all that. So we go talk about it. And the other thing, though, I really want to give President Bio credit, although with a caveat. This topic, we say President Julius Maada Bio declares January 18th as National Remembrance and Peace Day, reflecting on history, unity, and national healing. My brothers and sisters, when you look at this headline, without detail, you will say, wow, President Bio, kudos. And for that reason, they myself say kudos to him for like, yes, I don't tell where the war end and why now. But as the English people like you say, it's better late than never. So to me, for let do am now is still better than not do am at all. So we go talk about that. But waiting I want for do with that particular topic there, I want for time with a tragic incident where happened at Kono a few days ago, where two teenagers them, I'll read them in English first. Kono tragedy. Two teenage boys buried alive while digging for gold in a mining pit. A heartbreaking look at youth exploitation and unsafe mining conditions. So the unsafe mining conditions, I will talk about them briefly, but I want to connect this incident to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report, the TRC, I should say, the TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Commission report. So plus, if time permit, I go talk about other things then, but we go all tie into the major topics here. So as I can always do, my brothers and sisters, yes, I go try for make them very swift and kind of make them short and sweet, if I can put them back clear one like that. The other topics then, and then focus on the number one topic, we know about the constitution of SLPP as a requirement for become a flag bearer under the banner. So I go talk about that, but then they will be the main topic, and I go try for go to that main topic there as quickly as I can. So Famulem, I want for remind on us say the phone lines they're open, and for people and wake in they ask whose line for call and all that and they so let I just remind you now the number for call. So if you watch we right now, we only get one number now, we know the WhatsApp number. And that number there now +1 343 997 5828 +1 343 997 5828. So I go encourage you now follow now call that number there, and we all come together and talk about it. Again, if una get any questions for me, or una just want to give una own take on the topics them, as Nadane we always they wish for. It go nice for let we all come to that, and then let we share with thoughts as to waiting with things say they go on at the country. So me fumble them, as I can always say, before the whole program sit down Trianga one, I want to recognize the people that we don't join we, as I can always try to do that, because like how they can say, it take a lot for as we join, as we open the program, as we come live, then people join right away. So that's not commitment, and we truly appreciate them people in there. And as a result, we want to recognize them, particularly to our brother Albert Lansana. Thank you very much. Say good morning, Mr. Abdukagbo. keep up the good, outstanding work. Allah bless you. Watching live from Hill Station, Freetown. So thank you so much, as always, Brother Albert Lansana. Thank you. Let God bless you and stay safe there. And also now you're home, and definitely we don't need to forget any concern, because you're home, in fact, for being sanctuary. And Brother Albert Lansana, they continue to say, good morning, my dear fabulous brothers and sisters. And in no say like that, we all they recognize each other as brothers and sisters. A very, very important. So I will say boku boku thank you to you. And to another brother, Salman Tarawali. Brother Salman Tarawali, thank you very much. I don't know waiting at the Viva Elba. Please try for Giwi understanding of that particular word or phrase. Say, Mr. Kagbo, you just hit the nail. I live in Canada, New Market too. I go through the same situation, and thank you. So again, given that we don't come out of that situation for the younger ones, we still defend them purpose. And nice for all they share with personal stories, not to for brag, not to, in fact, to me, not to the colorful aspect of your story. I go nice for like the side way you go say not colorful at all. Let people know say, you don't start from the top. You start from the bottom and then you work your way up. So thank you very much. And please, I go encourage you, Brother Salman, for let you share your story whenever appropriate, and where or whenever appropriate. And I want to say boku boku thank you to my own sister in Japan, we na coconut 2406. Thank you so much. Say good morning from Japan, Mr. Kagbo and my VOS family. Thank you very much. And another prominent member of the VOS family, Sister Mary J. Thank you very much, as always, for joining. You say, good evening, Mr. Kagbo and the VOS family. A happy holiday season. Thank you very much. And same to you, Sister Mary J. Thank you, and happy holiday season to you as well. And he said, I went through it also, Mr. Kagbo. I worked for County of Los Angeles Clinic at the front desk with my thick accent. The rest is history. Perfect. And again, a really, really nice for people they share this. And thank you very much. Let we be mentor to the one that will go through that. Let we will share their stories today. And I want to say again to another prominent member of the VOS family, and we own sister Sia too. Sise, thank you very much. You say, good evening, my VOS family. My side here, it's very cold today. Thanks, Mr. Kagbo, for engaging us at this platform that you share information about our beloved country. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please stay warm day. And I want to say boku boku thank you to one of the founding extended family members of VOS, when our brother Fuad Sise. Thank you very much. You say, welcome everyone to VOS. And brother Sise, now a founding family member. So I want to recognize that. And thank you so much, brother Fuad Sise, for where you join we. And Brother Salman continue to say, Viva Elba, Mr. Kagbo, good evening to you and VOS television platform family members. Elba, you are the sunshine. Okay, Elba, you are the sunshine, light in the tunnel. Watching you every Thursday, absolutely blessing with the families. Okay, thank you very much for that clarification, Dee. Again, another prominent brother, we, of course, don't make and clear, say, in family, particularly in WEF, for watch this program, and he cannot speak highly of VOS. Say, Chief Kagbo, good evening. You are doing a great job. Hope your wife and children are all doing great. Yeah, my family, they do great. Thank you very, very much. And thank you brother C Camera. So again, I'm for say boku boku thank you to all the people that we don't join this platform for let we all come and talk about issues them, my brothers and sisters. So again, let I go straight because I want for adhere to waiting with brother Hassan. I know say probably because of the time and also they get reform, maybe can they watch after the program instead of the live show. But I want to go straight to the point, my brothers and sisters, because it's very, very important for let we do that. So what thing I want to talk about first, I want to give you a perspective of this. It go sound like say, oh, not a big deal. But I go show now why for Siam as a big deal, my brothers and sisters. So this headline, by the way, I get them from Truth Media, and I'll for say boku thank you to them. Say President Bio declares January 18th as National Remembrance and Peace Day. My brothers and sisters, we all know, even Europe. Now Europe, people them or countries them, they recognize their milestone here for reflect on waiting they don't go through and all that. So now that make I want to let we take them very seriously. I don't want to let we just put politics into this. A modern politicking. But waiting I also want for point to an attention is that we politicians them, not only way it convenient, then can think of them here. I know say Bokov and I go, so Mr. Kagbo, you don't talk fine, you don't begin fine. And now you don't put caveat. I mean, you say you commend the president for doing this. So why the caveat? I will show another caveat. But before I do that, let us read for now very quickly though. Within the headlines, within the president say, I feel say we need for no force. And then I go build on my argument. The argument where they make now me fumble and not to put the president down. Absolutely far from it. Not to bring him down. No. Now just for emphasize, let una able see part of the story where sometimes una either because of high concentration on something else, una not think about the way how me they think about very deeply. So again, some people can just deliberately decide, say, we didn't see the headline and that's it. They're not going to go deep into understanding, maybe because of interest or because of other reasons. But for me, whenever I see headline, it can just be the start of things. I can for go deep into that headline day and try for better understand what it mean. And at that, I want for do tonight. So what I want for do me fumble them, I want for read for una the article. So this is not the article. I hope una they see them very clearly. So what in the article say, I give you the headline and the person will write and do Chuck Pelle. I hope I pronounce a name right from Truth Media. So it said President Bio declares January 18th as National Remembrance and Peace Day. So I will read. President Julius Maada Bio has made a public proclamation declaring January 18th each year as a nationwide holiday that the country will use to celebrate and remember those who lost their lives during the Civil War. Again, I believe say almost every family in a Salone lost somebody. If not to you direct person, say, but you go know somebody, we like deep down, you sabi, you familiar, and we touch you. For me, repeatedly, I don't say that. As me now one person we directly involved as rebel and kill me daddy during January 6, 1999. So, and it continues to say, the Civil War was an unfortunate tragedy that claims the lives of many people in the country and severely damaged the nation's economy, which is absolutely true. So then quote President Bio Naya. And that quotation there is very, very important, Mifambule. And at Dandia Wanfole we reference, we build on the story. You will recall, again, then quote President Bio, you will recall that the Truth and Reconciliation Commission was established to create an impartial record of the Civil War the country experienced. And the report also made recommendations for lasting peace. Una take note of recommendations for lasting peace. I will show now just a summary of the Truth and Reconciliation Report. Just the summary, because I know I'll go through all that today, but just to make the point. It continues to say President Julius Maada Bio explained that the Commission also recommended that January 18th be set aside as the official day marking the end of the Civil War in the country, and as a National Reconciliation Day dedicated to honoring the victims of the war and promoting peace nationwide. He noted that many people still bear the physical and emotional scars of what he described as a brutal conflict that claimed countless lives across the country. He stated that January 18th each year will now serve as a National Remembrance Day, dedicated to civil education, community engagement, peace building, and honoring the victims and survivors of the war. He added that this day will be used to reflect on the sacrifices made by many people who fought for peace, stability, and security of the country. His Excellency also emphasized that the day will help deepen national cohesion and remind citizens that violence must never again be used to express grievance. Ifambulem, again, President Bio, we all know the people are really writing speech, and if they take part, we all know say they're very colorful when it comes to words. And then what they really, really touch the real, I would say to me, now home run. But the question is, it really mean them or it really they do them? And we'll go to have answer to that, then questions then they. So again, I just want for quickly to for end them, so we go move on to the other aspect of the story. It further explained that this proclamation is meant to uphold. Again, we underline that to uphold the recommendations made in the TRC report to set aside a day the nation can use to promote peace and reflect on the horrors of the war and why the country should never allow such circumstances to occur again. President Bio noted that many people are still living with the scars and trauma left by the war, and this day will help them feel that the nation still cares. It will also serve as an opportunity for children who were not born during the conflict to learn that violence is never an appropriate way to resolve issues. This annual observance stands as a solemn reminder of Sierra Leone's painful past, but also as a beacon of hope for a peaceful future. By institutionalizing January 18th as a day of remembrance, reflection, and reconciliation, the nation reinforces its commitment to unity and to the collective responsibility of safeguarding peace for generations to come. So, me fambulem, again, I know say na boku English them I don't throw at una so. Boku, what I mean boku, yeah, big words them. But overall, what in this detail for tell we? A detail for tell we say that truth and reconciliation, meaning then we put together a commission, we say, well, let we look at the things them way let they go well now that we cause the war, and how we go try for prevent that not for happen again. And the short and long of waiting that reports they be mean. But me fumble them, unado see boku or unado yeri because this na address igi unado yeri President Bio from which I just read. The boku thing they way say. But fumble them, let I just open for now. Here I not go read line for too much. But I just want for open for now a summary of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report. Let una be the judge. The thing that we cause the war, we are based on that, then give recommendations. Say then recommendations here for not happen again, my brothers and sisters. Again, we I can do me analysis. I can always try for do for giving facts. Yes, I can put my opinion, but even my opinion self, I can always shape up around reasonableness. Something we will be reasonable. And it just come here and just kind of say something you go begin wonder, no, but this thing I don't think will happen or something. No, now things them way the probability of the chance for let it happen is high. And mostly I can tell for talk about for let we remind ourselves, or if you want, for one we say let we be careful. Also they go so no, not to the right side. So let I just remind you now, waiting first of all, cause according to this report, waiting cause the war that our country did. So let I just remind you now of that, and then we will take them from there, my brothers and sisters. So let we scroll. This now a summary of the report as soon as seen here. Summary of the findings and the core recommendations of the Sierra Leone Truth and Reconciliation Commission, TRC. So the summary, the first part, we then show here, my brothers and sisters. They say what caused the conflict, what caused the war in Salone. Here I go read all, not a long read, as soon as see them. So the number one finding, say causes of the conflict. While there were many factors, both internal and external, that explain the cause of the civil war, the commission came to the conclusion that it was years of bad governance. Remember, years of bad governance, endemic corruption, bad governance, endemic corruption, and the denial of basic human rights that created the deplorable conditions that made conflict inevitable. My brothers and sisters, let's talk about Creole for the people and we get for listen at WhatsApp or we somebody get for share waiting that they say to them. And something we can play them at the VOS radio na Salone. The family waiting this thing they say. They talk about the reason we make the work in a Salone. Number one, we know say because that word in under APC, we know we get multi-party APC. So we know say APC they will take people for granted. The Salone people. Bad governance. They don't care about waiting people and they go through because to them they strongly believe say not in property. We don't sit on this so. And that make us say, you know what? Momo, in my opinion, are one of the worst presidents in other country, leaders in other country there. Because after shaking down nyaka the country, and what Momo can do, for whatever reason, something be convince them. We they even pull that thing, say Momo sit on a power, more sit on Saful and take power than game. Momo, no worry, now God don't put you there. What are we now for you? And I'll go run past you. If you strongly believe that, strongly believe that. saying nobody no go Pulandi. So that translates into a reckless behavior. Not care much about people them at all. And then it extend to, because of the international pressure, saying for elect and continue for give funding to Sierra Leone for moving to multi-party system. For people that we don't know that background history there. So now then they force more for elect it for establish the constitution, we give way to other parties then for form. So now the main reason that for the 1991 constitution. So what did they do? The same bad governance, the same ill intention, they make that constitution day in a way that it go hard for like commodity. It gives us so much power. People then say, oh, let Abdullah Conte, himself, in fact, the mastermind behind it, because after we don't kill Mina, he be vice president, so he believes after Momo, he will be in turn for himself go enjoy that kind huge power where the constitution, they write the constitution in a way that it give the president so much power. So let you see the intention. So the intention not to for truly improve the country, the intention all where the international community force them for they allow other parties them go into multi-party system of governance. So they say, okay, well, we'll do that, but we'll make it in a way that we will always deny power. But as you'll have it, look what will happen. They force them out. Because if not be election, highly likely APC for win. And then they for cause for then continue for strengthening the hold na power. As we see in other African countries them, where the political party will lead the country to independence, now that political party, they still then have power. Yet several African countries them, where that's not the case. And I saw APC going for do. Saying with always and say multi-party, therefore always they have power. So, but we all know, God pass, as they say, God pass juju. So, don't feel say, don't craft in constitution in a way that you always make APC then have power and stuff. Look at it happen. So, bad governance. And then you fast forward to today, my brothers and sisters. President Bio, they quote this particular report. And when I tell me too, for una way they talk too, how different President Bio be from the people them we push the country into war. That's civil conflict. Because it just happened, I'm going to say, well, it make them very clear, my brothers and sisters. I know say I go sound like a broken record, but it make them very clear. It say democracy, the democratic principles, how they paraphrase, the democratic principles is sort of prevent them for develop the country. So what in that they tell we? They tell we say not believe in democracy. And at the same way Sheki be think, now the same way Momo be think, they not believe in democracy. So but look, Usai lead the country to war. So let I read the second part, the second paragraph. The TRC report highlights in its finding that many of the causes of conflict that prompted thousands of young people to join the war have still not been adequately addressed. My brothers and sisters, I make us say it's very important for let we go through this particular summary. Una tell me if una disagree with this statement. Let I highlight them for now. This statement, una tell me if una disagree. This statement is very clear to me, saying this particular statement, this one here. Now, statement we take now, with brothers and sisters then, the young people them. And would they pray let not happen for let other Christmas like for this uncle not go again other country and go take advantage of the desperation of we young picking them. But that way, how we young picking them be desperate. We, some man, they say, you know what? Anything better past the current situation where they. My brothers and sisters, let me not go back to that. So, and it continue, I will kind of read the last part and then go to a case study. The commission commenced its primary findings with the conclusion that the conflict and the independence period preceding it represented the most shameful years of Sierra Leone's history. These periods reflected an extraordinary failure of leadership on the part of many of those involved in government, public life, and civil society. No enlightened and visionary leaders emerged to steer the country away from the slide into chaos and bloody civil war, the commission concluded. So, Mifambulem, that highlights this back. So people go pay attention to it. Mifambulem, if we now look at the second part where we highlight so. Now make a different color. When I go see say, then from that point where they say, they not believe say any visionary leader, any leader don't come from the time we'll get the war. The thing that will cause the war. Where that leader, they don't pull we from that aspect there. Or that possibility they follow see another war. For people who they follow VOS, we don't highlight in 2018 during the campaign within President Bio say, and he was 100% right. He said if they rig the election, meaning that even though I know be understand within in yardstick, like in threshold of rigging, within it constitute as rigging, but he said if they rig the election, it risk for less Salone going to another war. So what does that mean? It means say it recognize saying if they continue with bad governance, they continue with corrupt practices, and plenty of the things then with this report highlight, we're not going to escape for go back into another war, another country there. President Bio say that. So now, 2023, somebody where 5 years ago, it all won of rigging election. Clearly, blatantly, in 2023, he rigged the election. So then, to classic definition of bad governance, not a classic definition of corruption. We tell now, Salone people, like the opposition supporters them, and we the independent people, I don't know. I believe say within SLPP, you must get some people we will say no. It destabilized the country, and both nationally and internationally. Because internationally, we get international players them. We clearly talk about say Salone, that election day, the result, no all water. So that in a stain to the country international standing. But President Bio not say so because of the same example of bad leadership. So now, a reference this TRC report. But one thing about President Bio, which saddens me, very good things them, we for use, for develop the country, for push the country go before. No, it go talk about them and then it cherry pick what you want for talk about or what you want for do regarding that. So for recognize again, kudos, because plenty of we want for like a day set aside for remember we directly or indirectly affected another war. Just like how people in the do amnaya, people that we don't go fet war, they get different wisdom within the reference. But then go tell you, say, now Remembrance Day, if you don't make a holiday safe, like an example go be, na Canada, na US, we get Remembrance Day, Veterans Day. And they recognize 9/11. Last September 11, we then crash, to the Twin Tower. So it's very nice in principle. But for set aside the day, and it say nicely part in speech, where it say that particular action day, it go make we reflect. And even the one that are not born yet, then go read about them, learn about them. So we go try and let that thing not happen again. Brilliant. But the question is, why President Bio, they rule exactly the same way as the other leaders, then now they rule the country. We push the country in that direction. And we all know, say, Salone, from that multi-party, from Kabine time, election always don't be trouble at that country day. And yet you now see how they play around the so-called electoral reforms. They cherry pick something we go benefit any party. So now tell me true. So now this particular report, it emphasized on the youth and deplorable condition. And now one of them conditions then they caused this tragedy. So then 2 young boboya, teenagers, them, desperation, them desperate for survive. Because the country, the people that they rule that country, they not able to make proper provision for like them boboya. Instead of maybe then they're at school, they say, oh well, we need for go mine gold. And sadly enough, my brothers and sisters, they go mine gold. And waiting happen. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I'm not read Boku Boku Naya. But I want to highlight some areas them of this reading. For let una see how terrible we leaders them be. So this is not the article. And BBC report on them. And the sad part, now they I really want to emphasize. But una welcome for read them for una self. But I just want to highlight some areas them. We're very important. 2 things, 2 areas them. One, some people then go say, oh well, that place they not be kind of supervised. It's not safe. Why then go the mine day and then fault. So this area, this particular one where I highlight Sofona, my brothers and sisters, some people then go say that. According to community members, the unsupported pit, which was about 4 meters deep, caved in on the boys. An excavator was later called to clear the rubble, but they were found dead. So then 2 boys had a mine not too long ago. And then the dirty broke by them. And they end up for die. But the sad part though, at this other side, one of the bobo them, mama, the brothers them. Yaya Jane's mother, Namina Jane, a widow, said a son had been helping to support her and his 5 siblings. My brothers and sisters, not teenager. He didn't tell me he was going to that site. If I had known, I would have stopped him, she said while mourning with a cracked phone displaying his photo. My brothers and sisters. So then be care. So, not only for your survival, he get 5 siblings, plus a mama, a teenager, wait for dinner school. Teenager, wait for dinner school. Because according to the report, one about 16-year-old, the other one a 17-year-old. We all know, na minors them. According to the law, even a Salone, according to Salone constitution, na minors them. Na picking them way, therefore able to look after them. 16-year-old, Mohamed Bangura, 17-year-old, Yaya Janet. So we get a broken system. We not get anything where they go considered like how we the senior safety net for picking them. And the interesting thing me fumble them, let we can highlight to now waiting the minister say, which is, I would say, appalling. I highlight this. We fumble them. As shown now. Despite the tragedy, mining activities resumed in the area a day after the funerals, with several children and even teachers seen working at various sites. Children, hey brothers and sisters, children. 17-year-old Komba Sese, who mines to save money for his school exams, admitted the work is risky. I want to return to school. I'm not happy here, he said. So now, when I look at the minister in response, when contacted, Information Minister Chernobyl said the government is investing heavily in education, but acknowledged the challenges families face. Then Kotanaya, we spend about 8.9% of our GDP on education, is stated. So me fumble them. When I see with politicians them, they're very good with numbers, for give number and stuff. And me and you to know, say, this so-called education, spending on education, not by themselves. It's like loophole for corrupt, for thief. Because plenty of the money whether they spend, not salary for pay themselves. For example, what in God's name, small Salone, they get 2 education ministry? What in God's name? And each ministry gets boku staff there. Plus the minister wouldn't get for pay and all that stuff then they. And we talk about free education, somebody, they say, oh well, they go, they acknowledge, say, a risky job for do. But yet they go do them for Lego paying exam in school fee, in school exam. So then they not to failure, not to some of them desperation, and they picking them, but they go through way terrible for this ankle. I don't know if we go there ever now, according to ACMA. Where they go, they take advantage of them picking in there, as will be easy, they be give them some dollar for joining RUF. Because to them, it better pass the deplorable condition where they be there. So that's similar situation like this. So before they sit down or go do something else, vocational training or go learn mechanic work or something like that, and yet what can happen? They no say risky, but if you survive, you could get money. Similar to the war mentality. They no say potentially for let them die, but we then give them small dollar, maybe then give them parents them or something, then they go fat. And they elect today, President Bio, they talk about reminding we of the truth and reconciliation. And he make mention again, in addition to the bad governance, the corruption that our country did. And boku of we politicians, well, Ben Kelefala and even the president, they talk about, our corruption don't minimize na that country day. And they talk about the Millennium Challenge Corporation and all that stuff then they. I know say I don't show now this, but I just remind you now me fumble them. Wait are they showing on the screen? So Sierra Leone Corruption Index, we Salone over time, because the higher the index, the less corrupt you be. So right now the index there at 33 over 100. The highest they be going at 35 over 100. We're in a big fail. But that small improvement we make, we don't deteriorate. So now 33 over 100. So meaning that we don't go back to the level of 2019. We be just take power. And we say take power 2018, but it's not part of 2018. But 2019, we see small progress. And they celebrate them and everything. So we fumble them. And we all know, say, highly likely the reason we make you go 35 now because it's like say them be get crusade against APC. So then they boost the reading in terms of tackling corruption. But now that they don't fade, so they left to themselves with a slide down. So that's now one for bringing to our attention. As much as it's nice, we President Bill deal with this and we set aside day for day, we all reflect. But the fact of the matter is, just as the reports say, where it come by the thing that we caused the war, where in the President's Bill highlight that election thing and stuff, when a part of the bad governance, my brothers and sisters, they risk then they not go to. And still there with Salone. So me, they use this opportunity now for appeal to we brothers and sisters them, where they support the SLPP and APC as well. So dear, let we hold their leaders here accountable. Nobody no get for can help Salone, no for make Salone. Now we self get for make Salone for Lego before, just as the music where I can start with the program highlight for we, my brothers and sisters. And we self get for make Salone for Lego before. So if we not team up and say, you know what, President Bill, and I will come to the main topic very shortly, where this thing they build up, and we know say deliberately, we lean towards that for rig the election again for putting favorable candidate. And during Anescoma, dear big, una forgive me if I sound like a broken record. He and Julius Jalo then parade the country saying Anescoma for considered a statesman. For put on politics because if we retire forcefully. Forgetting to say in constitutional right. But Bio, want do that too. It want for influence the outcome of the next election. And that's it go risk that country there for destabilize. And that make the last time, I think it was last week at Tayam, 2 military coups. And hold and behold, we get one few days after my program. And till now, they risk them where they make military coups them popular. They risk them, they still there. And Salone, they exhibit, they risk them, they one. And yes, waiting happen now Benin, they considered a failed coup. But guess what, my brothers and sisters? Waiting boil to that. The president don't do 2 terms, the current president, with them war for overthrown. And April, remember, within December. So April, like 4 months away, barely. That man want begin for the finger the Constitution. Somebody wait for just allow the process for somebody will go succeed and for be smoothly. No. And one of the finger where he want for finger the constitution and for change the term limit. And who knows, if he able to change the term limit, like the how many times, kind of the rumor they go say he want for change to 7 years. So meaning that he go use them just like how Alpha Conde we them pull. What he do? Alpha Conde he make fake referendum and say, okay, well now the term presidential term don't change. So because now new constitution he eligible for run under that new constitution day for another maximum of 2 terms. And a day at the beginning of Guinea the Wala. And what happened? The military take over, and when they take over, una see how people then jubilate. And even though they don't say military, not a sober form of governance, but because they don't get no other viable option, because they don't deprive them of using them ballot for change government with no leg. So Salone they go that route there. Then deprive the Salone people them of truly reflecting them vote in 2023, because otherwise I don't see no reason why them for use constitutional gymnastic and say, oh, the constitution not say for publish results by polling station and stuff. Where the constitution all where they refer to now a law where them pass about 1 year to the election. Not to say that something were enshrined in the constitution. No, this is an act of parliament. But they use a constitutional argument, or the constitution says so. So for people that will not understand the difference, then they run with that. Oh, the constitution also says so. So what about in the spirit of good governance? If you believe, say, you win the election according to the numbers they wouldn't publish, waiting make go get the breakdown. Waiting for hard about it. And I know say Salone people are not dumb. Then get mathematicians them. There's a big count. Where 3 point whatever million. How many months or years will it take for count 3 point something million ballot papers them? But no, to them they make like say now something we're not even possible. So then bad governance here, my brothers and sisters, not to just Salone, it will continue for invite military takeovers. And then they will continue for put we backwards. And by extension, who knows? If the military maybe then begin fet themselves and stuff, and they're even ruthless, as I strongly believe is impossible, than the civilian, and then self no one for go, then it calls people them back, another set of people them for go na bush. Just like how they see in Sudan. So my brothers and sisters, some of them talk here not to fear mongering. Now just a warning. That TRC report, very important. But unfortunately, President Bio, they cherry pick the parts them we if we deal with. And that's, to me, I feel safe will be unacceptable. So let's move on very quickly to another topic. We build onto the governance situation of that country today. My brothers and sisters, as I be talk about the things they want for talk about. This headline, my brothers and sisters, what did it say? Sierra Leone omitted from RMB's 2025-26 Investment Attractiveness Index. Some people then go say, oh, but who cares? No, you're supposed to care. And I will show you why you for care, my brothers and sisters. Again, I go try not to be too technical for this. So, now short reading, but now English we're not too difficult. So I believe say or for able for understand them. And for the people in way maybe in the villages, then find it difficult to understand, I go break them down. me fumble them. Well, we'll get a call. Now take this call because again, it's very important for we allow people themselves to be part of this conversation. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who said the call from, please. Go ahead, caller.
They had a call from Alaska. Thank you for the good work.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, bro. And thank you for the generosity as well.
Yes, sir.
Go
yes,
ahead.
sir.
Yeah, what do you take,
Yes.
Brother Alpha?
Well, you just make the analysis, you know what I'm saying? When you get a point there, you know. With a set days aside for the victims of the war, which is a good thing, you know. Are we also going to set dates aside for the August 10, the Tombo, the Panemba Room prison, the generator saga? Are we going to also set aside, or, you know, that included the date we didn't get for set for the victims of the war? You know, this just remind me of what you did in Sierra Leone. And you want to take Poda or bus for go upline. And the driver, they insist, say, oh, who said the apprentice say? We'll never call the passenger, them. Let them call come pray, let God we go safely. You know? These are the things where, because you don't know what they go on with them, they maybe the brake one fail, or the driver ain't no deep plane inside say this is what kind of will get them go safely. So they need prayers for making them careful and an destiny. You know, things like that, the prayers themselves in Sierra Leone, the way how they do things, you know, they work. We get SLPP Imam, we get APC Imam, you know. So if you mean an APC and SLPP Imam can pray for me, is it really genuine for prayer? Say, let God help me, or otherwise? Or if you mean a SLPP, APC Imam can pray for me, is it really genuine and heart? Say, let the prayer work for me? We don't know, you know. So I hope, like you said, the leaders and therefore actually understand, say, their action and things the way they implement need for coincide, you know, need for work together. Let people then see, say, if you set it aside for victims where don't die, for certain things where government don't do, where yourself come not for do the same thing, or do things way worse. I rest my case to them, Mr. Kabo. Thank you. God bless.
Wow. But Alpha, this is Deepo, that particular parable you give, so really deep.
You know? For real. Thank you for the good job. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and thank you very much for your call. God bless. So, my brothers and sisters, them, and again, to waiting our brothers say, this is very, very important for we see this as a way of, again, the idea, a very good, and I make them very clear, the idea for recognize, say, okay, well, a really good, like a affect boku people, and to the point, say, waiting happen at the other aspect, the other thing, August and whatnot, it will be very difficult for a politician for do that. The reason being, they don't even want to admit, say, waiting happen during that time they wrong. So they're not going to get any incentive whatsoever for them do them, and which is very, very sad. A get for take, like how you say, APC Imam Day, SLPP Imam Day. So it get for take the other party for highlight them. And that's not the other sad part of that country there. Instead of we look at things them in a nationalistic way, we they look at them from party lens. So APC, I should say if they come, then go on for highlight the horror during SLPP administration. And then the same thing again with the SLPP they do, then they kind of highlight the horror under APC administration. But guess what? Then people then they were involved in their incidents then they. Now human being them. Then get fumble them. Then get people then we turn out. They mourn at them. They mourn. You get some of them when are breadwinners of their family. And because they don't take their life prematurely, that family, they struggle. So tell me true, people then get all them kind, go through then trauma then they, and then get then grievances then they. So and then you talk about national reconciliation, national peace. So tell me, how you go form peace where you not acknowledge the issue in a full way? Because like our brother say, you get Boku people them people that would then kill August 10th and during that protest. Boku family still they grieve, but yet you not acknowledge that. So then they self, that's something we need for take into consideration. So thank you so much for that. And me as somebody where I believe in democracy, so forget APC imam or APC pastor, SLPP imam, SLPP pastor. The imam there's na mota man them and the pastors them. They get the fundamental right where the constitution give them. So then can associate with any political party and not get no grudge for them because of that. But if we type for reconcile, and we all know say Salone where Ikampa religion, we're very strong at it. So that religion thing, that's something we for able to use as a way for talk to we leaders them, for let them put the people in force. So let us talk now about this particular story. Investment, something where President Bio they go all over the place and say they bring investment at the country. So let's talk about them very quickly. And I go read this article very quickly or very fast. And let not spend too much time on it. But I just want to bring Anton's attention, say very important. So the headline is Sierra Leone omitted from RMB, within a RMB, now land merchant banks. But again, 2025-2026 Investment Attractiveness Index. Sierra Leone has again been left out of the main investment attractiveness ranking in Rand Merchant Bank's latest. The report entitled, una pay attention, where to invest in Africa 2025-2026. If I them, let I just read them, una go get the answer to the question, why this important. According to CII, the influential annual publication assesses 31 African economies that collectively represent about 90% of the continent's GDP. 90%. Although Sierra Leone appears in several supporting data sets, it is absent from the core index used by foreign investors to identify priority destinations. Imagine, I highlight this part particularly because it's very important. So instead of President Bio they gallivant all over the place, say they go for attract investors and stuff, I don't say I'm now repeatedly. When it comes to investment, even we will not get that kind of money, me back way I they make. Before I buy anything like stock or invest in government treasuries and anything and day, I get for look force, side way I go get data way trustworthy. And areas them way I know say yes, I don't look at all the major indices them. Then show say yes, I place this way for invest. And this magazine was very, publication was very popular. So imagine 31 countries, and among the 31 countries, then they account for about 90% of the entire GDP of Africa. So meaning that majority of the countries them in Africa, this magazine, this publication, they cover the countries then they. So if at all President Bio they pass and want for investors then see Salone, not one of the areas this, if we pay particular attention. So what in the report say? The report does not provide a specific reason for the omission, however. Analysts suggest it may be linked to gaps or outdated information across the 20 indicators that feed into the model, including financial sector debt, inflation performance, political stability, income inequality, and the ease of capital flow. So it continues to say, in a separate currency assessment, the Leone is classified as undervalued, but structurally weak. Again, none in some kind of financial jargon, they tell some fundamental issues them with the assessment of Salone money, Salone currency. So then group them with Ethiopia, Liberia, and RMB notes that the currency's limited liquidity. So meaning that for you kind of don't buy Salone money, and then you say, you know what, I want for sell them back. Because people can do, I know say this is something where it goes strange to some people, but you they buy currency. I can decide for buy American dollar. If I expect say the American dollar in value will go up because of, for example, the world economy don't weak, because the world economy don't weak, but countries then, because of America now, the dollar now the number one internationally traded currency, so we call them safe haven for investment. So people can decide for either buy the American dollar or buy the American treasury. So I want for just giving the foundation. So, but for buy Salone money, so tell me, Salone money we all know say the value of they go down like we kite cut. You know, we'll get the attractiveness to them. So in that case, the government don't limit that resources, because where you get boku people where they buy the currency, you able to use that money there and say, okay, well, we invest them for other things them till we able to get revenue and they pay small and all that stuff then they. So, and where it also, because again, demand and supply, where you get more people where they buy a particular currency, then they even make that currency they stronger. And a stronger currency, meaning that when they go buy outside, like when you want for converting to dollar, for go buy goods there outside and stuff, you get more things them for the money, because the money in value don't go up. So all lending in there. But guess what? According to this report, they say the Salone money, so limited liquidity. So meaning that if you don't buy them, you want for change them back into something else, it can be very difficult for you to do that. And then they are wanting that way people where they deal with then kind of business in then kind of business, then they can find very difficult. So again, the highlights, they show clearly, say the low daily trading volumes contributed to high transactional cost and discourages institutional participation. Again, than in a loaded sentence than they. But the bottom line is, my brothers and sisters, where than they happen to the Leones, for example, because plenty people where they buy the NTR, they trade in Forex and all that, now institutions them, where they look for for put their investment. So, but Salone now one place that we're not going to be attractive, and that's make fewer people they trade in the currency, and then they create that situation where the currency value they go up as a result of that. So, but the other parts though, the countries then where they highlight say that they do relatively well. Observers warn that excluding from the ranking could be costly. That's now Salone now that they talk about. So Ghana has climbed to 6th place, while Cote d'Ivoire has risen from 16th to 8th place. Developments that officials in both countries say have already strengthened investor interest from Europe and the Gulf. The report highlights a few positive trends for Sierra Leone, such as mining sector reforms and improved electricity access in part of the western area. However, these gains do not appear to have influenced the quantitative scoring. So, waiting in a nutshell, the Sinaya, and we see that in Ghana, the way how Ghana people believe, like even Minaya, with all way the economic situation, the current of economic situation they go on in Ghana, so guess what? I still get interest or get confidence for investing in Ghana. So imagine, now waiting on my they read. I don't left Ghana for years. Over 25 years I don't left Ghana. But guess what? I still believe in investing in Ghana because of what I read. So, but we now, interestingly though, the government can forget saying the thing them where they publish, then get for think about the investors them, how they go see them. But we now look, for example, with the Allah, inflation don't come down to single digits and stuff. But when you look deep down, it act for let you see. They walk they walk so well as why don't finish me master's degree and stuff like that. I don't work for over 20 years. My brothers and sisters, no advanced country where then data reliable ever don't show the way how inflation go down na Salone so. So waiting at the scenario, that number, the inflation numbers then, from me understanding, from me experience as an economist, a questionable. Because the way how inflation go down so, my brothers and sisters, so rapid, inside 2 years, less than 2 years even, it come up from 54% to single digit in less than 2 years. But my brother and sisters, then definitely finger the numbers then they. But in my country, I not go like for push that as the narrative. But people and they pay attention to them in day. And if you see investors them kind of lost confidence in your numbers them, they don't need for going all open mic and they talk about that. Guess what? They're not going to invest there. No matter how many times President Bio travel and stuff. So the thing that way it feels say Salone people and the glad inflation or make so and stuff. Guess what? The international people they're brilliant. They know their indicators, then they know how they forego together. Then get certain numbers them where they go together. Where if one go too fast past the other, the question, how done they happen? If you don't get sober explanation to it, my brothers and sisters, you go question the authenticity of their numbers then they. I know they say the main reason that too, but that can be a contributing factor for where we see Salone not be part of this index. When an easy side where somebody go and say, okay, well, I read this report and see whose country then Africa, because Africa now, because of China, they try for build the economy and other countries them, Russia waiting to go on Russia. So I believe say, you get people and now we're going to turn to Africa for mineral resources for whatever type of resources for building country. So that will make Africa now be a very attractive place for invest. People can do all the analysis then they. So, but if you not give people reliable numbers, hey, brothers and sisters, people they sweat for the money. They're not gonna go put the money aside way they not believe say reflect the true numbers them. So I just want to make that very, very clear to people. And this is not anything personal, but now some of them consequences where the government, they feel see, they can do harm and then get away with it. No. internationally, no, you're not able for get away with it. It affect you big time. So me fambulem, we see Ghana, Ivory Coast, with all we Ouattara, but it's sort of able to maintain that stability in the country, and that's make economically Ivory Coast they do relatively well. So my brothers and sisters, I know say we don't get boku comments them. I know we will go through all of them, but really them plenty. But I want to say boku tenki to una all. We don't comment. So now let I go to this something where I will just talk about very briefly though, because again I want to go straight to the main topic of the night. We about this SLPP Flagbearer criteria. I want to talk about that. But the first thing first, I'll just quickly talk to this point. My brothers and sisters, as I be talk about the governance system of that country. Now, this woman, again, I'm not going to begrudge her for that, but where are they look at boku write up them, and one of the one where they read before I come na the platform tonight. Now, a former MP, Josephine Jackson, and a member they be the tussle with APC folks them for that particular seat day. We then do by election and fet commodity, and that guy I think don't die now Arata then say scatter the ballot box and all that stuff. Then we're not come up behind that. And Madam Fatima Bio be strongly they dance and advocate for that lady. They even campaign for her. But that same lady they turn now and say this woman, I don't they disgrace the country, not to just within Salone, but outside of Salone as well. So now that they use strategy for get at them. And the reason we make this attract me is this woman, a Sierra Leonean. The only problem I get with them though is not a government official. For like we they see the parade, they sit down among the government officials them, we not get anything for do with the ceremonial duty as First Lady. That's one of the reasons that we make her think say it too much, and it can be embarrassment to the country as well. But for say una go to the extent una lock place panel, able my brothers and sisters. If I remember correctly, I believe say it get a membership in a member of SLPP. And at that will lead me now to the next topic, we are the main topic I want to talk about tonight, my brothers and sisters. Now, whether you believe it or not, we all get waiting I go see we preferred candidate. That is not just human nature. You get people that we think say he go be a good leader. And to me, again, I always believe in democratic principles, unlike President Bio, but me believe in democratic principles. She's over 40, I believe, and a Sierra Leonean, and it satisfies all the constitutional requirements them for become president. So if that's not the case, why we not going to allow the people in for judge? Why we not going to allow the people them for elect who that they want to elect? So it take me now to this particular topic, we are the last topic and the main topic of tonight, me famble them. These waiting I go call political maneuvers. That way where people them believe say, therefore trick people them out. All down there they create tension. And I go encourage you now for like when I watch the latest publication now with Sister Network, we are the Bold African Voice. That program they talk about the things them where they lead to potential coups and issues them with ECOWAS sort of double standard. Because that constitutional manipulation, time and time again, politicians them or leaders them specifically can feel say, now easy way that for deprive the next person. But forgetting to say it create chaos in the country. Because that person they get people who they support him. And guess what? Then people in the way they support him, you don't deprive them of their choice. So why you not go concentrate on selling your message to the people them? But instead, you tactics all now how they prevent the next person from running. I strongly they against that. And we see that now the African countries then where they get issues they elect today. For example, Tanzania. How on earth you go say 98% of the people that will go vote, they elect you in the country? 98%. And they not only then dictatorship, then countries them with dictators them as leaders. That's they happen. Like the likes of Russia, Rwanda, and a lot of the South American countries then, now they hear their numbers then they saying 98%. So take after the late Magufuli. And when it become an election, you say, oh, this about over 90%. I think at the time he said 97%. And Paul Kagame himself, he elections them in the 90s. Ebo. So if you feel say you're so popular, people are so like you, why you for bother with the opposition? So some of the strategy, and we see that in Salone in 2023, some of the strategies, then go put legal case them per the opposition, and that legal battle, you go on and on and on and on, and eventually then find way for disqualify you. We see them quite recently in Ivory Coast. So una tell me to, with all that thing in there, and they want a civilian administrations them all. So if people them say, okay, well, this person now want for vote for, and I believe say Ingo will change the country in a way that it will provide the thing that we may look for as citizen of that country. They what's wrong for let you allow that person there for vote for a candidate of choice, but instead of doing the work of the people, you don't rule badly. And then you say, no, you know, for commodity. Or if I told you commodity self, you offend somebody where you go use as remote, where for succeed you. All that they create tension. So me fumble them, if and then strategies that they don't want to use, wrong. It will create unnecessary tension, and by extension, the country in development. Because I remember 2023 election, the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, he said money, they afraid any side way kata de money nearly go de. And that is so true. It means investment. People need to invest in a side way chaotic. So now I'm making the best interest of the country in nice for letting people there follow through democracy. So why they forget a set of rules for APC and SLPP and then contradiction to the Constitution? Why that will happen? So my brothers and sisters, again, let I go straight to the main topic and read for now the criteria them where I not go read all, but the one way I think say, just like I be talk the time we go through APC they own. Every SLPP somebody for oppose this. And by extension, every Salone person for oppose this. So now see now the national angle where they take to this story. So let I just quickly read them for now. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will just read the relevant aspect, where will be maybe the first 2-3 paragraphs. So me fumble them. This are the headline from the story. SLPP outlines strict constitutional requirements. You see the colorful way. So where them put on constitutional, you go facing at the 1991 constitution, but no, not the own constitution, my brothers and sisters. So now I read them again. SLPP outlines strict constitutional requirements for presidential flag bearer aspirants. The Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP, has reinforced its stringent constitutional framework governing who can aspire to lead the party into the 2028 presidential elections, emphasizing high-level membership status, strict loyalty. Underline that too. Strict loyalty provisions and full compliance with national laws. So you see, the national laws, it take back seat. Meaning the national constitution, it take back seat. The front seat now is waiting there referred to as loyal to the party. According to the party's 2020 constitution, particularly articles 16C and 17, aspirants for the presidential flag bearer position must meet a series of rigorous requirements aimed at ensuring only, my brothers and sisters, the Allah highlights this. Ensuring only long-standing, committed, and legally qualified members contest for the party's highest political ticket. And look at the requirement. We fumble them. And while I read this high-level membership requirement, and then I will pause there. My brothers and sisters, the high-level membership requirement, one of the most significant eligibility conditions is the requirement for aspirants to hold the ranking of Distinguished Grand Chief Patron. My goodness. The highest membership category within the SLPP. When I see the garbage way, then they offer Salone. So waiting then call Distinguished Grand Chief Patron. So you know, for only be SLPP member, you for be a member, and this not in the rank, who that's not Distinguished Grand Chief Patron. So now tell me, who say democracy day naya? Because as a matter of fact, you not Sierra Leonean. As Sierra Leonean, the constitution don't say you for only satisfy the requirement of, well, you for be citizen of Sierra Leone, you for satisfy the requirement of the age, and then they safe the way how things then they happen now. You get younger people away, they're smarter, and at the same time they're more patriotic than we the older folks them. But the age, they get a cutoff, I think at 40 years. And then you for be a member of a political party, for be president of the country, according to the 1991 constitution. The same thing where I talk about APC, the intention way under Momobi get for muscle out people them for run for president. So me fumble them with this one where SLPP nowadays talk about saying you for all the ranking of a Distinguished Grand Chief Patron. And the other parts la highlight, and when you combine them to then they, just like how I be assess the APC requirement. It very clear, say then get in mind the people them way they want for run for flag bearer. So instead of then give Salone the chance for let we elect the people them way based on waiting they don't talk, them platform, them policy, way they intend for follow and all that thing and they no waiting then they do now is then they deprive we from choosing the people them way we want. So instead, waiting they want for do, they want for sanitize that list day. So we get little or no choice but for elect people and way they agree upon. And they wanna call that one the democracy. So in addition to if for hold the rank of distinguished grand chief patron, whatever that is, the other part where I highlight shall be a fully paid up member of the party in the category of distinguished grand chief patron for at least 5 years. So una tell me to fambule. With this kind thing where APC gets something similar, how Salone go able get what we call visionary leaders? Una tell me to where both APC and SLPP, they don't make them in a way that we go rely on recycle politicians them. Where you for don't deal with the party for at least 5 years. Both APC and SLPP, entirely then copy each other's and deprive Sierra Leoneans them of somebody new, somebody where we go say this person get vision of the country and a visionary leader and stuff. Because we all know majority of the people them way the old office that our country they're corrupt. Majority. I know we'll say all because then they know go fear. But majority of them corrupt. So if una tell Sierra Leoneans then say the only choice we then get now for choose among the corrupt people that we don't wreck that country there. So now tell me how APC and SLPP go make that country they go before. Let me question that too now, my brothers and sisters. So now I believe say this topic is very relevant for the country in go on before. Because otherwise, how Salone go make a turnaround? How? If APC and SLPP then give it garbage in the name of loyalty to them party. Give it people them when you go say, oh, well, we'll not get any other option, but for choose the less of two evils. The brothers and sisters, now the Salone this way we for aspire for. Now the Salone this way we think say in the next 5-10 years we go able see betterment. Una remember say the party APC SLPP, anybody will be flag bearer in another party they get about 50% chance for be the next president. So meaning that we next president given APC and SLPP then criteria for flag bearer, it go for be their old folks here. And according to the people, the Englishman, they say you know they're able for teach old dog new trick. So meaning that they're not going to be nothing else other than this corruption where don't cause, according to the TRC, cause so much pain at that country there. So now see why within SLPP they do it be me business because it gets national implication. Just as we talk about APC, where the entire for muscle according to the so-called constitution Because I be go out and talk about, according to the APC criteria, the people elect Jagaban not go be qualified. Yvonne Akisoya not go be qualified. And then even Samura Kamara not go be qualified. And all them three people and they were called so, based on the list of candidates them we don't they see or yeah rebut. All them three people and the popular past, they're all among the list. So tell me too. That's not just the popularity, because it not necessarily means I agree with them policy, but just them popularity. So in APC case, if them pull them 3, then they. So when I imagine the number of Sierra Leoneans that we don't disenfranchised, meaning they don't deprive of their choice for president. So SLPP, I don't know too much about this criteria because I don't think we get a list of the people them among the aspirants them we hold this distinguished Grand Chief Patron. I don't really know. But one thing where I want to make very clear, let me look at them people that are waiting at the screen. I don't know if they don't declare or waiting, but just I want to pick on Ben Kelfala, my brothers and sisters. So if they say you for don't be, if you don't all, then distinguished Grand Chief Patron for at least 5 years. So meaning if you don't be pre-SLPP somebody tiggy one for let allow you for be flag bearer. So the question now is, if Ben Kelfala qualify, I don't know if he qualify because again I don't see the list of the people that we don't pay and we don't be where the party don't assess or categorize as members of that group day. I don't get that list day. So I just they kind of throw within I go call educational assessment now. Now if Ben Kelfala qualify for be flag bearer of SLPP, what did they tell you? It tell you say this person we're supposed for be neutral, we're supposed for clean Salone from corruption. Now SLPP member Tigi. And also yes, during the 2023, sadly enough, it be the campaign for SLPP with Andy by itself wrong. But for let it be don't be called SLPP member, registered member. That by itself not conflict of interest. How we go deal with that? And then you fast forward to Yumkela. Yumkela, we know very well say not too distant future. I mean distance past. I be party of another, and I be a member of another party. And according to this criteria, it make it clear. So maybe let's just read very quickly because not a long read. For let una see the other areas them we, in my opinion, very troubling. Article 16C 8B further reinforces that no individual may be nominated as president, as a presidential nominee without meeting this exact membership status. The provision is designed to filter out short-term actors and prioritize individuals with long-standing financial and structural investment in the party. So me fambulem. So na see. So for say put Salone force, I just kind of talk. That's something where then two party amino APC SLPP don't mean them at all. Because according to them, the put Salone force, it means after you party. But not to the true meaning of the word or the phrase put Salone force. Absolutely not. Because if they be they think of putting Salone force, my brothers and sisters, I don't feel say them forget any provision like this in the Constitution, emphasizing on loyalty to the party. Instead of think about you being a Sierra Leonean, and then make you case to the people of Sierra Leone as to why, therefore, entrust you with the office of the president. So me fumble them with them criteria. And I know say yes, one of the criteria say be a citizen of Sierra Leone. Then they definitely you get for be citizen of Sierra Leone. But look at this part. We talk about the loyalty and resignation rules. To prevent divided loyalty, so for serve the country, and they to them considered divided loyalty. To prevent divided loyalty or conflict of interest, the SLPP Constitution imposes strict limitations on party officials and individuals with external political affiliation. So me fambulem, like how don't they see now the other countries them, where it happened very recently in Canada because of one of the members them of the opposition party, where the ruling party they table them budget, and that person they say in party one for play politics, but according to the budget in the interest of Canadians them, what they do? A crossover. He said no, I no go supporting party. So a crossover, they become a member of the other party. But Salone do not get that opportunity, do not get that provision there. So you know, even need for be member of the other party or for the opposing party, but you can be independent. You can come out and say, you know what? No, the way how the situation they go so, I don't believe in that direction when they take the country. And that's not for make the person lost in seat. If you're able, sit down now in a parliament and vote as independent member if you choose. Or you decide for vote with the other party. Then they suppose for be your constitutional right. But again, back to APC, then terrible intention when they put together this 1991 constitution, they say no, that ain't never happen. So if you cross carpet, on the other side, as long as you go to parliament under the umbrella of a particular party and then use symbol, that party they get right for expel you, not them party. And when they expel you, then get the right for let you cease for be parliamentarian. And that's now we law. So whether then they follow them or not, but they now we law, not the constitution. We're not supposed to forget any business for the constitution because you contradict the constitution, where the constitution say every citizen gets a freedom for associate. So, but when you do that, you don't give the person the freedom for choose the party where you want for serve. And are the people then put on the, not to because of you give them symbol, no, now the people then elect them. So as a result, when you get that strict thing, they say if you be loyal to the party instead of to the people who vote them, automatically una don't minimize the space. Una don't shrink that democratic space. Now the party then people then go be loyal to, and at that we don't see. And as long as we continue to see this with parliamentarians, they wait for all the ruling party, the executive accountable, then go just be yes men because they're loyal to the party instead of seeking the interest of the people. So that's not my concern now. Saying both APC and SLPP then deliberately put them na their own party constitution, say you for loyal to the party first before the country. That's dangerous. Because when we do that, guess what? Una don't reduce the bar. Because it's easier for be loyal to the party instead of thinking about being patriotic. How for push the country go before? Because how for push the country go before, if they be allow people them for come to the public, come to Sierra Leoneans them, make them case, it will be a very difficult sell for convince the 8 point something million people them. versus handful of party agbagbade. So you see we make corruption day now with society tigi one, because then few agbagbade day we go determine if you go be president or not. For like you set them up, you get for go deep into your pocket. So we pay them off and then get the pen and say, oh, you're eligible. And then you get 50% chance for be the next president. So whether you corrupt or not, as long as you get the party blessing. So now tell me this kind of way, how we go able get the so-called Messiah at our country day for redeem Salone out of the yoke of corruption. As I show now on the SLPP, corruption, they not tackle them as much. The number now, according to the corruption index, is 33 over 100. Under coma, the highest number now be 31 over 100. So tell me, 0.2 points. 2 points between. And if you say you look at the statistical errors, where we can call, where you put their surveys then they together, you get some errors where we call statistical errors. So if you factor that, you go see say APC and SLPP, the difference not there. In terms of corruption, all two them party are corrupt. So if then two party are corrupt, and now then same party we they rely on for provide we leaders them, the next president of the country, and the next, let we say, vice president, the ticket. So my brothers and sisters, when I tell me too, whose chance Salone get for better? If we look at the face them. Now people are all we serve under President Bio. So now tell me, who's one stand out where you will say not corrupt? Because clearly, if it not be in line with President Bio in style of leadership and in direction where they carry the country, therefore don't resign. But no, they're still there with her. So tell me, what do you think? So my brothers and sisters, before I end the show, I want to play one video, and after that, I will go through the people for thank the people we don't donate on behalf of the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands, and for like we give una, because I be promised for give una update on the numbers today. But let I play one video where, in my opinion, is shocking. And this now another reason we make for take them very seriously within the gun na Salone. Because this thing way this person explain, not just something where if you be SLPP, it no go affect you, or if you be APC, it no go affect you. And no matter whose part of the aisle, whose party you they support, it will still affect you. So as a reminder, I want for we watch this video together, and I will come with my last word and bid una good night for the night. So let's watch this video together. Very important as a wake-up call to every Salone person where they watch and we therefore watch later. I will come right back after this video.
One of my clients from Sierra Leone who filed an N400 a few months ago went to the test, passed the exam, had her oath ceremony scheduled, both of the allegiance scheduled. She was meant to go to the oath ceremony this Wednesday. She received a call from the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services telling her that her ceremony has been canceled. She's been descheduled. And this is because she's from Sierra Leone. If you recall, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week or two ago, the Trump administration placed 19 countries on what's called heightened scrutiny or post-immigration benefits from going to those countries. Sierra Leone is one of those countries. So now she's not going to be able to go through with the naturalization application, even though she's already passed the exam. If you know people from Sierra Leone, this is a new normal. I don't know how long this is going to last, but this is what happened today. And I just thought you should know. Have a good day.
So me family muna see waiting this, I believe it's a lawyer waiting it here for tell we. Say because of Sierra Leone, not because of SLPP president or SLPP government or APC government, because of Sierra Leone, they are the least. This person we don't do everything right for get in citizenship in America. They don't pass the exam, everything, and just for go swine for they become a naturalized citizen of America. Because of whatever reason or whatever way we politicians they handle the country, because it gets to do with the running of the country. No question about that. So whether they say Sierra Leoneans them, they overstay and stuff like that, guess what? If that country they a country will be sober, you don't get no reason for can risk them and overstay in America. You don't get no reason for doing that. So, but because of the country not sober, and even quite recently, shamefully, somebody way na official and na I think a deputy director or something, big position, is to way a come per conference and not go again, a run away. So they don't even see no side day and stuff for let they go return with delegation. So, but again, this lady I clearly believe say, see what thing happened to him. So whether an APC supporter or SLPP supporter, but that name says Salone be part of the list. Yes, now different arguments when you talk about Donald Trump in behavior, but for the fact say Salone they on the list, it get reason. And some of the reason is people in the overstay. And now waiting make people in the overstay. That's not $1 million question. It's very clear. Saying Salone not a suitable place for them. So my brothers and sisters, and at that make we need for improve that country day in the sense that we all for able proud of them. And why we for proud of them? Because we leaders they make we proud of them. But if we leaders they engage in corrupt activities them, and yet we the ordinary people and they suffer because of their corrupt activities, guess what, my brothers and sisters? It clearly not fair to we as Sierra Leoneans. We don't do everything right. And yet we suffer because of our brothers their corrupt practices and greed on top of it. So me family learn two things I want for left to now this evening. One, as I can always say, dear, let we support them politicians here responsibly. Because at the end of the day, whether you're APC or SLPP, it will still catch up on you if you support them blindly and you enable them for continue for do the wrong thing. Because now they enable them by una way for speak up as party supporters them. Now una de vuvuzela a wrong behavior. And they make them continue for be out of touch with the average person. So me family them, I just want to say boku thank you to all the donors them. And this is not the list of we donors them. Now the the PayPal account. So again, as I be say, we get recurring payment from Brother Tamba Mansa Musa. Thank you very, very much every month. specifically on the 8th of every month, this money they come out from your account. We about $34.58, but we PayPal don't pull them fee, them processing fee, VOS they get now the account $32.93. So thank you so much, we brother. And then I want to say boku thank you to the caller we get not too long ago. Our brother Alpha, thank you very much. Insef don't repeatedly donate. We want to say boku thank you. And brother Tamba, brother Ibrahim Ansari, Insef repeatedly don't say plenty thank you. And anytime when I see a question mark, mark or in an information icon, it shows say somebody writes something. And this we brother Ibrahim Ansari right, say congratulations for our son and thanks to Mr. Kagbo for giving me this opportunity to contribute. Lading quarter. So fambul them. I want to say boku thank you to we brother Ibrahim Ansari. And another thing we as I be watch this, well, and draw to our attention, my brothers and sisters. I see say I be make a purchase now PayPal where because I've been noticing they get frequent attacks now with computer and stuff. So a license one software we like click on them and then when I go see the description. So the description here of the transaction on a scene here now in Canadian dollar, but this la highlight the name if una look them up now NordVPN. So this now software we're responsible for like firewall and also we the picking them I get them personal information we then send during the application. So I feel say it's essential for strengthening the security of the computers them. So I order this. But because I don't make them clear saying where it can per the administrative cost, me go take care of that. So, but I not just want for make put the refund at the PayPal account, but I just want for bring and come to our attention in the name of transparency. For now, see waiting on come in and waiting on come out of the PayPal. So far, as soon as they see here, now payment from, now they see most times. So payment from Brother Tamba, Brother Alpha, Brother Ibrahim. So but payment to this Lagos Sec Inc. where now the VPN. So and interestingly, the way how PayPal they work, me personal account, credit card they on file, but then you always go first and take the balance na your account. It just happens say I miss for uncheck that. Say let them charge this directly from a card instead of for take from the balance na the account. So now that make this happen. But this pay tool are definitely by God's will next program or next week. I go show now say I don't put on the back because I be don't pledge say even though it gets something for do with the diaspora helping hand or VOS in general in terms of the administration for run the administration, but I still we don't pledge say anything we get for do with administrative cost. Me, it will be my personal responsibility. I will take care of that. So meaning that I will get for reimburse. I decide not for do right away. Explain to una first, let una see the reason and being transparent. So una see again, thank you so much to Brother Tamba repeatedly. Thank you to Brother 40S Sila for your contribution. Brother Tamba Mansa Musa again, Sister Alima, Kamara, thank you very much for your donation. And Brother Tamba Mansa Musa, again, thank you. Brother Alusain Fale, thank you so much for your contribution. And Brother Ibrahim Ansari, thank you again. Brother Tamba Musa, thank you again. Brother 42, thank you. Brother Amadou Kamara, I say congratulations to the young man. Wishing him all the best, inshallah, regards. So thank you very much for that, Brother Amadou Kamara. And Brother Ibrahim, as always, say for our students, and thank you so much for your repeated contribution, Brother Ibrahim Ansare, Brother Tamba, and Sister Abi Lako, thank you very much for your donation. And Brother Ibrahim Ansari, thank you. Brother Tamba, thank you again. Brother Alpha, thank you again. And the second transfer to, not to, from person. So meaning we take money outside of this PayPal account. Now this time we now be February. And I put to the bank account where I create, we down this self I be don't show now, almost day. And this now 600 Canadian dollars, because then in Canada, anytime you pull from PayPal, then they convert them to your local currency in Canadian dollars, and I make it a show now, say 600 Canadian dollars. And what will we do with them? I be don't show now, but I will explain. And maybe next week I will show now the receipt for just refresh on our memories, because we take this we do this transaction way back in February of this year, so it don't take months. So I will refresh you now, because again, I always, as they say, they practice what they preach. They preach transparency and accountability, and I want to put them in practice. Let us see clearly saying on our money safe. So this now the second money will pull from the account. So the first money, the second money now for the software we rent, we now for strengthening the computer wall, so we go be more secure for like them picking a data no go or sign off for go. So this one now for a school fee and excuse me, books, uniform, and everything where they be request for at that time. So this money be able to pay for the entire year. So now maybe what we go do, we go pull now again. I want for know by next week. Let una give me thumbs up, say let we send 2 million to them or 1 million to them, because then in a part of or let we not send anything, let we just concentrate on his school business. Christmas, not a part of his school business. So let us know at the comment section, and then we will accordingly by next week try for send that money if una give me the go ahead. So I want to say beaucoup thank you to Brother Ibrahim Mansaye, as always, and Brother Alpha say thank you. Brother 42, thank you. Brother Robert Cargo, thank you very much. And SF right, thanks for all you are doing, Robert. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to Sister Alima Kamara. Thank you to Brother Ibrahim Mansaye and Brother Mohammed Kamara. Thank you very much for everything you don't do for this. And let me load more. And again, thank you so much to Brother Alpha Sisse. And when I see repeatedly, Brother Alpha Sisse, Brother Ibrahim, Sister Alima, then don't donate repeatedly. And this, and again, Brother Ibrahim say from the Great, from Virginia, and Brother Alpha say God bless. And this now from we sister network, we again on my behalf as the owner of that network the African Voice Network. So for inspire people them, and I tell you, I say after that donation day, I go to take care of the administrative costs. Now I make una not only see additional donations, adjust the spend behind the scene for take care of the cost them for run the program. So, but as a starting, I'll be put $100 Specifically, the donation are $103.30, but I make them say, okay, well, we go pay the processing fee for let VOS Diaspora Helping Hand under the scholarship program gets the entire $100, so I pay the fee. And within, we write on behalf of the African Voice Network, let's uplift, empower, and inspire together. We make the difference. So this now the update as I be promised una last week, saying I go show na the PayPal account, and as soon as see na the only two money we don't pull from this account. Now that's 600 Canadian dollars and plus this $152.24 Canadian. And we I promise say I go put on the back, and I foresee I put on the account, but for a day as a way for le una self able for account, le una able for all me accountable. So I not go mind for pay the processing fee, but this money I go return them. That money we the PayPal pull for buy that software or lease the software, because now annual subscription. But going forward, I go pull them from the account, come out from this balance to directly from my credit card. So this now the update. And the last thing I go say, given all we two don't say today, my brothers and sisters, dear, let we put Salone first. We know say the politicians them now talk they talk, but they clearly they put Salone first, and it come through from the constitution. Because if they put Salone first, they not for say the loyalty for be to the party, if for be to Sierra Leone, and if the loyalty now be to Sierra Leone, if for be make them open, therefore be make them open. Say as long as you register as a party member, if even you register today, you eligible for participate in the leadership or for run for president of that country day, if you meet the constitutional requirement. Because the requirements say you for be a member of a political party, and then they go force people for register with either APC or SLPP, and then you be at least 40-year-old, and you be a Sierra Leonean. Well, Sierra Leonean first, and then you age 40-year-old minimum, and then you for belong to a political party, a registered political party. So then bypass all that, and then make a stiffer for people them. And we, in my opinion, a very undemocratic, because the people are then they elect the members. So give the people them elect. Now, only people them register for be flag bearer. Una make a process we go be democratic, like how we see in the US and other countries. Them we then get written and called primaries. Let people then challenge each other. Say una able come to the winner, and how una they challenge each other. Una explain una policies. Una create debate atmosphere. Let's Salone people and the yeri from una, and not only for benefit SLPP supporters them, but even people that were not SLPP supporters, because where they watch TV, let's say for example, one of them candidates, then they talk about the policy, what thing they go do for the countries and all the country and all that. It go inspire me for vote for that person day. So you go get me vote. And that's now part of the benefit for the country. For let we hear then people at the platform, not to una behind the scene, for determine who that una go present to the country for let the country vote. A very unfair, given the fact that then two parties that don't really muscle the political system of that country day, and now that they use them corrupt method for deprive Sierra Leone of sober leader. Because if una say this person for don't be 5 years as this position una say, what in that mean? It means saying the status quo. It means saying business as usual. And what's in business as usual na Salone? Corruption. So, my brothers and sisters, that's going to be my advice for tonight. And I'm for say, boku boku thank you to una, and let God bless una with una family, and let God bless all the presenters them by God's grace. Next week, next Thursday, we will be the 18th, will be my last program for the year, because myself, I want to take the holidays, and also for the other programs them, the social media review program. Then Seth, I believe, say next week will be the last program, and then go make the announcement day. And for Sister Matilda, I said they work on that. And I don't know if you want to give them more programs, them or sessions, or shows them. But we go to communicate that to now. In the meantime, I will encourage you now all for letting us tune in this Saturday, for letting us listen to another program where Sister Matilda will come with. And last week, the program be really, really interesting, and it reflect on the numbers them, or the number of people that we watch both live and after the show. So one for say boku boku thank you for una continue for believing VOS. And again, unfortunately, this not to deliberate something. I'm not able to read all the comments them right now, because again, in the interest of time, la tapanaya on behalf of the entire VOS. That God bless the one and only country where me and you to cherish, who called Sierra Leone. But dear my brothers and sisters, unlike the politicians them, where they fidget the constitution and write them in a way that it will continue for strengthening and grip na power, whether we like it or not, my brothers and sisters, let we pray for them. Let God change them and let them do the right thing. Instead of thinking about their party force, they need to think about the country first. So, on behalf of the entire VOS, me and Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say, let God bless the one and only country we'll call Mama Salone, until by God's will, next Thursday, where I go join Una again. One for tell Una plenty thank you again, and Una tata.